One of the best ways to spend the day with family is at the zoo. Today we are visiting the Zoo, Münster in Germany. I hope I got that pronunciation right. Some of these animals really had personalities of their own. The first animal we came across was the bongo. Now, I'd never seen a bongo before. It's one of the largest forest antelopes in the world, and those beautiful white stripes on its body almost make it look hand painted. It's just beautiful. Not too far away, we spotted a sloth bear. This one made no eye contact at all. It seemed completely occupied, scratching against the wood as if it had a very important appointment with that tree. Sloth bears are famous for using their long claws to dig for insects like termites and ants. But today, all it wanted to do was scratch and ignore us. Or maybe it was actually looking for those termites and insects inside there. Then we walked over to see the wolves. One thing about wolves is that movies often make them look like bloodthirsty villains. But in reality, they are looking nice and calm. They are intelligent and loyal animals. They live in close family groups called packs, and every member has a role to play. They actually look harmless, but I will not go close. Yeah. Next were the horses, quietly standing in their stable. There's something peaceful about horses. They may look calm, but they are incredibly powerful animals, capable of running at impressive speeds while still forming strong bonds with humans. Standing there watching them, I understood why they've been trusted companion for thousands of years. Then came the donkeys. Whenever someone is being stubborn, people quickly compare them to a donkey. But did you know donkeys are actually very intelligent? They are simply cautious. If they think something is dangerous, they will stop and assess the situation instead of blindly moving forward. Maybe that's wisdom, not stubbornness. Goats and chickens. Now, this one was very funny. As Nigerians, goats are nothing new to us. We see them almost every day. If someone told me to come and brush a goat back home, I probably asked them if they were all right. But here we were, and one of us was happily brushing a goat with a grooming brush as though it was a family pet. Like, really? Are these things pets here? Goats, whoa. Well, the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. I mean, maybe because we are very familiar with it. And then there were fowls, chickens, that you obviously know they had not been slaughtered in a long while. It was refreshing seeing them though. And then we saw this secretary bird. The moment he started walking, I immediately understood where the name came from. It looked so elegant, taking long, confident steps like someone walking through an office with important files in hand. But don't let that graceful walk fool you. Secretary birds are fierce hunters and are famous for killing snakes by stamping on them with powerful kicks. As we continued exploring, we admired several beautiful bird species from different parts of the world. Every enclosure reminded me just how diverse nature really is. Different colors, different songs, different behaviors. Each bird seemed to have its own personality. Then we saw these camels. Now here's something many people don't know. The camels with two humps are called Bactrian camels. And those humps don't actually store water like many of us were taught as children. They store fats, which the camel can use as energy when food is scarce. Nature really is amazing. One animal that definitely decided to entertain us was this tiger. We looked around at first, we didn't see tiger, then it came out. Honestly, I won't lie. Initially, I was very, very nervous. Wow.
It's eating the chicken.
Yeah, it's eating the bread.
Ah.
So how can say we tell her all these things there?
But they call us ID rice away.
Yeah, eh.
Oh my.
Watching it turn into a piece of meat reminded me exactly why tigers are among the most powerful predators on earth. Every movement was controlled, confident, and incredibly graceful. This is the animal that actually gave us value for our money. It was beautiful. Thank you, tiger. Then we saw the elephants. One behavior really caught my attention. They kept using their trunks to scoop up sand and throw it over their backs. At first, I wondered what they were doing. Later, I learned that elephants do this to protect themselves from the hot sun and to keep insects away. The layer of dust acts almost like natural sunscreen and insect repellent. And then we're singing go 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 go. This is the animal, the almighty elephant. Not far from there were the beautiful Chilean flamingos, standing on one leg as if they were posing for photographs. Scientists believe flamingos often stand on one leg because it helps conserve body heat and reduces muscle fatigue. Whatever the reason, they certainly know how to look elegant. Now let's talk about the biggest disappointment of the day, the lion. The king of the jungle completely ignored us. We waited, looked around, nothing. Apparently, His Majesty had more important things to do than greet his visitors. Maybe he was taking one of those famous lion naps. So, I've been touring the zoo in Munster. It's been an exhilarating experience. Oh my God, I've seen so many animals. I can see monkey. I don't know if you can see. Okay, let me turn my back camera. We saw the gorillas that looked like human beings. Who does this gorilla look like? I don't know. Okay, we also heard that the zoo has pandas and many other incredible animals, but unfortunately, we couldn't cover every single section before it was time to leave. I guess that's a good excuse to come back another day.
Derek. Gorilla.
One thing this visit reminded me is that zoos are about much more than simply looking at animals. The opportunity to learn, appreciate wildlife, and see creatures that many of us have only ever seen in books or on television. Every enclosure had its own story, written.
All right.
Was machen wir mit den Pinguinen, die nicht von alleine ins Wasser gehen?
Penguin.
Nicht füttern, das ist sehr gut und sehr ungewöhnlich für einen großen Menschen. Normalerweise sind die großen Menschen dann immer die Mühe anzukriegen. Genau, also, wenn die nicht ins Wasser gehen, brauchen die keinen Fisch. Alles klar? Da vorne ist ein Wasserhahn zum Händewaschen. Und jetzt bitte ich mal alle hier einen großen Schritt zurückzugehen. Und bevor ich lossage, habe ich noch eine Bitte. Nehmt immer ein, zwei Fische, dass ihr den gut festhalten könnt. Ich möchte nicht, dass hier reingegriffen wird, sondern der Pilot...
I like the way this zoo structured their system. They had information on all the animals at each section. Every animal had his own personality. Some ignored us completely, some entertained us. And one or two left us wondering whether they even knew we existed. Either way, it was a fantastic experience and I'm really glad we got to share it with you.
Hippopotamus. Where's the other one? Okay, I can't see.
If you've made it this far, let me know in the comments. Which animal would you spend the most time watching if you visited the zoo? I'd love to know. I really would love to know. And if you're enjoying this Germany travel series, don't forget to subscribe. I told you you're gonna learn a lot, right? Because there are still plenty more adventures waiting for us. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
August, like